1-800-348-1007.
You're trying to get your hands on one of those last few keys. Might fire up the Buzzard bike. We're giving away that custom Harley, courtesy of Budweiser and MMS. Going to give it away next weekend. I shall be your host for that. Charlie is posted up at Rookie's Sports Bar in Parma until 7. Right there on Pearl Road, right near the Ridge-Pearl intersection. I don't know how many he has left, but he'll be there until 7 o'clock. So however he's doling them out, you'll want to bug him about that. Bill Squire Friday Get Down is minutes away, too. That's how we start the weekend around these parts. If you listen to us on iHeartRadio, tell me where you do it. If you're out of state.
And how you do it.
And how you do it.
From the front, from the back.
And
we want to know.
Always front to back.
Trying to be
Missionary.
Petey Pablo right now. Do you want it on the floor? Do you want it on the chair? Do you
I
want
think
it
it's
over here?
hilarious
Do
that you
want
think
it
I
over
know Petey Pablo songs.
I guess that's true. That's a freak-a-leak.
Yeah, right? You remember Petey
Keisha,
Pablo? Yeah.
Zora.
Freak-a-Leak is like a 20-year-old song. That was like the one big hit he had, right?
Yeah, I just don't know a lot of the hip hop.
That's a good one.
All
That's a
right.
good one.
People
That's still on my dancing playlist. to
It was
this
a
day.
club banger.
Yeah.
When I used to do club gigs all the time, Freak-a-Leak was like, that's when...
Not much of a club guy.
Remember when Crunk was a thing?
Yes.
Yeah.
Gets crunk.
Big Crunk
Crunk
hit.
was drinking alcohol out of a gas can.
No.
No, it was...
Was that what that was?
Yeah, sure. Just let him say it.
I feel like that was like a thing that I saw like an MTV
I've
Music
never
Awards or something.
ever heard that.
Someone was drinking alcohol.
Probably. Yeah, it was probably somebody on Cribs or, But Petey Pablo back in the day was trying to make it happen.
Did he?
Yeah, well, I mean, he
good.
had a big hit. He was in prison for a while, and then when he got out, he hooked up with Busta Rhymes.
He also
And
had
then-
that take your shirt off, twist it around your head, spin it like a helicopter.
Oh, that was
Okay, I know
him,
that
Petey
one,
Pablo?
actually.
Wasn't it?
I don't know.
No, I didn't think so.
I thought it was.
I thought the helicopter song was somebody else. Well, anyway.
North Carolina. No, yeah, Raise Up. That's Peter Pablo.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's from North Carolina, so that makes sense.
But there was the North Carolina version, and then there was the other version where he did a bunch of different cities.
I see. Well, we have bureau chiefs in Scottsdale, Arizona, where they have recently outlawed grass on new home construction out there. Like, yeah, I don't know why anybody, you spend time in Arizona. Does Brian's parents, do they have a rock yard?
It's all rocks.
It's all rocks,
You don't
yeah.
see any grass.
Yeah, you
anywhere
don't
down
have
there.
to mow the lawn. I mean, but people who spend a lot of money, even though the water's going away out there, people who spend a lot of money on new construction, they still want that lush lawn. When we were in Sedona, there'd be new golf courses going up near these $3 million condos with the just bright green lawn getting soaked. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
Well, that's like when the first time I went down there, I hadn't spent a lot of time in Arizona at all, let alone in neighborhoods.
Right.
And the rock yards threw me off. And he was like, well, that's kind of how you can tell wealthy people, wealthy people in Arizona have actual real grass.
Lawns, yeah. Right. But I thought we saw a bunch of rock lawns when we were out there. When,
rock lawns are normal.
Yeah. Oh, you meant you'd never seen. I see.
When I went with you guys in 2018, or 2017, I had just called off a wedding.
Yeah.
I was living in my divorce apartment, and I was blacked out the whole time we were there. Erica offered me a ticket 2 days before.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'll do anything.
Well,
I
you were
don't
nice
care.
enough to buy me a drink. I mean,
I called off work for a week. I just didn't go to work for 4 days or 5 days, however long we were gone.
I'm just not coming in. How you like that?
I'm going to meet a baseball player, baby, my husband. You do a bartender shot.
Yeah. I'm going to meet a baseball player. Lil Jon would drink his crunk juice out of a gas can.
There we go. I knew somebody was doing it.
All right. Petey Pablo was on Sierra's first song called Goodies.
Not good.
Stephen Kent with a deep dive there. All right. Yeah.
See, this is a time when I need Cody here.
I know, of all the days for him to be gone.
He knows about Petey Pablo.
Yeah. He would be able to do a deep dive on Petey Pablo. Now, do you think that his family still calls him Peter Pablo? Or do you think that's even his real name?
Man, I got annoyed today. Someone called
Today
because somebody called, and I don't usually answer numbers, but it's a 216 number, so like I don't usually answer it, but I'm like 216. It might be something about Irish Fest this weekend.
Yep.
I'm gonna be there Saturday 9 p.m. Sunday 7 p.m.
But it was somebody spoofing the phone number, wasn't it?
It was somebody spoofing it, and they go, "Hey, Will," and I go, "Nope." I go, "Why would you call me Will?" And hung up.
Well, maybe that was random, though. Maybe they weren't trying to get you. Maybe they were trying to get somebody.
His name is William.
My name's William. So they thought they were being folksy, and they're like, "Oh, he probably goes by Will." But I'm like, "Nope. Why would you call me Will? If you call me William, I'm like, okay, what? You're going to get a little bit of a longer leash because you're being professional. If you're just assuming I go by Will, I don't like that.
But did they?
You're gone.
Okay, so it was a business that assumed that had your name as William somewhere.
Yes, that's what I'm guessing.
I see. Not just pure coincidence. They were looking for someone named Will.
Yeah.
Petey Pablo is Moses Barrett III.
Well, when I looked up "Raise Up," the name of that song, "Twist Around Your Head Like a Helicopter," someone typed in, "What happened to Petey Pablo?" Peddie. Petty Pablo.
Petty Pablo.
Petty Pablo.
Oh, God.
He got arrested, I bet.
People are morons.
Petty Pablo did.
Why not go by MOBA 3? Petey Pablo. Well, maybe Busta Rhymes gave him the name. Who knows?
Yeah, I think those are the only two songs I know by him, are Freak a Leak and Raise Up. I probably know more.
All right. Now, Freak a Leak sounds like it might be vegetarian in nature.
No.
No?
You're freaking a leak? Oh, come on, see me vibrate. Oh, God.
Ruda, bigger.
Yeah, right. The leeks are delicious.
In the right.
Huh?
With the right preparation.
Well, anything is no good if you don't prepare it properly. But you get some, like a potato and leek soup. Oh.
Alan, stop.
What?
Stop being the way that you are.
Isn't that good?
No.
You've never had potato and leek soup?
I'm not 100.
It
No one's
doesn't
eating
matter.
Potato and leek soup.
I'm not saying it's a regular thing, but you have had it.
I have not.
It's a good. I don't like creamy soups, but
Neither
that's
do I.
That's a good one. Potato and leek. What's the matter with that? You know, so last night.
Oh, here we go.
No, last night my daughter was having her first ever sleepover, right? Bill's niece is in town, so Eliza's over there downstairs playing Minecraft and giggling and doing whatever. Gwen and I are upstairs, and we are talking and having a conversation, talking about our day. And she's drinking a smoothie from Robex. And she gets down to like maybe the last little bit, and she goes, "Can you finish this?" And I look at it and I go, "Finish it?" And she just goes, and I go, "Why does everybody give me a hard time for how I eat? Why? Why does everybody give me a hard time?"
Take a little sip.
I
mean,
did.
It's got your wife's spit in it. Which,
I did.
That's good.
I
like that, don't you?
I don't like being on the hook to finish food. Is that too much to ask?
I guess so.
Say, hey, if I get this, will you finish it? No, I don't want to. I don't want to try.
Just say. You don't even have to.
But
finish. You don't even have to actually finish it.
But if
they just hand it to you, you take one little sip and then you throw it in. Be like, it's all gone.
I don't want to waste. I tell my wife
Can't
this.
waste it anyway.
I tell my wife all the time. I said, don't order something if you need me to eat half of it. I don't want to be on the hook for finishing something.
Listen, Brian's the same way. Just this morning.
I'm like, why does everybody have to give me a hard time?
Just this morning, I made breakfast for Brian. It was just like a basic omelet and then some yogurt with cut up apples and cinnamon in it. But there was like still probably 3/4 of an apple left. So I was like, hey, will you just eat the rest of this apple? And he was like, sure. But then he went to go throw away half of the apple. And I was like, dude, don't throw that away. That's like a good apple. And he was like, I'm not going to eat it. I don't want it. Like, he has absolutely zero problem throwing away food.
If
it
it
doesn't
was
bother him at all.
Because he's rich.
Right. And then I'm like, give me, I don't even like red. I hate red apples. And I was like, give it to me. Like, I would rather eat.
Why would anybody buy a red apple?
He likes the honey
Listen,
delicious or something.
Honey Crisps are
Honey
good.
Crisp.
It's not a Honey
awesome.
Crisp.
Okay.
It's a
like
red
a
delicious.
Bumble red delicious. It's like red and orange.
No,
it's real
listen,
gross.
I will finish an apple. But if somebody's like, hey, if I get this,
We've seen it.
like takeout or something, I don't know. It's a bad example, but I'm like, why does everybody have to? I'm like, I get enough of this at work. I don't need my wife making fun of me for how I eat, all right? I mean, she does, but whatever.
And she always will.
Anyway, if you want my potato and leek soup recipe,
Nobody wants
email
that.
me
Nobody's
at.
ever wanted that.
Well, anyway, it would have never, not even with like, you cut up some Yukon Golds and. Again, I don't care for creamy soups. But if you're going to get a leek in there, what about a shallot?
I like shallots in things.
Same family.
Not a shallot soup. No one's eaten. Well, I guess I love French onion soup. I almost said no one's eaten onion
I was
soup,
going to
but I'm
say
like French
onion soup in the crock with
it's
the cheese.
It's one of my favorites.
Of
French onion's
course.
a top soup.
You're not a psycho.
Hey guys, long-time listener. I don't know if you're just trying to get your footing back after a week off, but between the discussion about the pina colada and the Mai Tai, or whatever it was, and the snacks phone bit during Perez Bilton, it's a rough week. I'll keep my fingers crossed for some stronger content and some more inspiration next week.
Don't.
Absolutely not. What are you talking about?
The
Long-time
Snaxophone-
listener.
Snaxophone
What?
bit was incredible.
Even if it wasn't.
That's the highest bar.
You can cross your fingers till your phalanges pop, son. What? No. This is as good as it gets. And if you're a long-time listener, on which I immediately call bull shrimp, you already know, it's gonna be leaks.
It's gonna be late.
It's gonna be leaks. So anyway, you're tuning in and you go, Alan, inspired? What? You tell me somebody else who's going to get you from Petey Pablo to French onion soup.
Never gonna happen.
You show me that person. Keep my fingers crossed. You can cross your nuts and your toes. Good luck. You do something from me. By the way, congratulations to the residents of Avon Lake, Ohio. It was just voted one of the safest cities in the United States. So if you are living out there in Avon Lake, boy, you know, a lot of people don't know this. It's a town that was founded on water and cosmetics. But voted one of... But voted
you
one
to
of
sit with that one.
voted. I wanted to sit longer with it. I wanted to congratulate them. It's one of the safest cities in the entire country. Yay. I don't know how they figure that out. Among the 50 safest cities in the country, 18 of them are in the state of Massachusetts. I guess they look at violent and property crime. And so if you're out there in Avon Lake, I think that's where Erica lives now, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
They moved and got
That's where
themselves
Mary
a new
wants to
spot.
live.
That is where I
Mary
want.
wants to live in
That's
Avon
where Brian's
Lake.
ex lives. That's where Blake lives half the time. That's why I want to move out.
You want to move closer to his ex?
Well, if we're in the same city, it makes custody a lot easier.
Why not just give up custody?
Oh, I mean, that's one way to do it, I guess. I don't like driving a half hour. Screw it. Keep the kid forever.
A lot of people do it.
The idea is to get more time with her, actually.
Oh, I see. You're going the
Yes,
other way.
yes.
Oh.
Trying to move toward more of a 50-50 deal.
Oh.
You know?
Well, when you put it that way,
Give up custody.
Rexburg, Idaho, we have bureau chiefs there.
No, that's where BYU Idaho exists.
There you go. Mundelein and Lake in the Hills, Illinois. Those are both suburban Chicago. Congratulations to them. But Avon Lake and Mason, Ohio, are the only two cities in this state on the list of safest cities.
Well, good for them.
You know where I derive inspiration as the sun begins to break through is the knowledge that it's time to begin the weekend.
Let's do it.
After a long, uninspired, according to that guy, uninspired week of trying to get our footing after being gone for a week, we can take great comfort in knowing that the Bill Squire Friday Get Down is ahead of us and has finally arrived.
Everybody, have a drink, have a drink, have a drink on me. Everybody have a drink on me. Hey, hey, everybody drink on me. Brother Leslie, how?
The Bill Squire Friday Get Down in honor of the late, great Murray Soul here at WMMS. We begin the weekend. Take it away, William.
It's Friday! You got to get down on Friday. Get yourself some potato soup. Freak that leak to get the weekend going. Leak freaka, leak freaka, leak freaka. It's Friday!
Can I buy you a drink tonight? Can I buy you a drink tonight?
Mary Santora, your thoughts on Leak Fricka? Oh, she's wrapped her headphone cord around her neck. Can you imagine anything more goddamn disrespectful, Bill, than that? Just pretending with the numerous ways in which self-harm and suicide have touched our lives.
Exactly.
For her to attach that,
I didn't say I was killing myself.
you...
I didn't say anything.